we have one of our galactic family, at least one, maybe more, present with us at this moment. Before we speak, we wish to just expand on one preparation step. Before you took the view or the exercise that your astral field was in a state of purity and divinity, and that you expanded this through your physical space. Hold this energy around you once more. And now imagine that it is now expanding, but in terms of frequency rather than space. And that its frequency is rising from third density to fourth and fifth and higher. And that you yourself, your ability to receive and connect, is essentially rising through these planes at the same time. And each member of your group, as you expand your energy field accordingly, can arrive essentially in the same place. This fifth dimensional, if you wish to use that term, fifth dimensional space or place, and be at harmony and accord with your group of celestial beings, guides and guardians who are at this meeting point for each and every one of you. We wish to begin with how I wish each of you would enter into your sleep state at night, and also possibly upon your awakening at some point during your morning. It is one thing to go into sleep. It is another thing to go into sleep intentionally. And one of those intentions for you at the moment is quite simply the intention that your physicality, your physical body, will actually be at rest. You may enter into your sleep, but it is possible and often the case that your physicality is not entirely at rest. There are certain works that we wish to provide with you, with your permission, of course. However, it is far more effective if you are able to calibrate yourself intentionally before going into your sleep at night, that you will in fact be in a state of rest. And being in a state of rest intentionally will also imply and open up that you are in a state of reception or receptivity for healing. So not only may you place yourself intentionally at rest, but you may place yourself intentionally at rest, and also that you may be receptive and receiving and downloading what your spiritual guardians have prepared for you and are providing for you during that phase of your day. What is being prepared for you is multifaceted. Some of it is to enable you to process the thoughts, wisdom, and experiences of your day. Part of it is then to provide healing and adjustments to what your organism has received. What your body receives, and you could call it electromagnetically or otherwise, is much interference from transmissions on your planet. Transmissions, whether they be in terms of radio frequency, Wi-Fi, etc., and smart meters, all those things that emit frequencies, they all do penetrate quite readily through the auric field of a human being, and therefore interfere with your own interconnectivity to higher worlds. It is almost a screen of interference that is being projected through the field of Earth. It's being transmitted through your field of Earth. And what we're able to provide to you, either through your personal meditations or through your state of rest, is the ability to screen and block some of those interferences so that your own consciousness may be able to expand into these higher realms freely, uninhibited, and purely. The consequence of this not occurring is that through any downloads that you may receive may be somewhat corrupted by other codes and other frequencies which can be, let's say, fed into you concurrently from other sources. We wish to provide such filters in the energy field that is around you through various members of our collective who can not only perceive these energies quite clearly through their vision, through their ability to perceive light frequencies far beyond that of the human eye, but then to be able to work with them quite consciously and quite constructively for the benefit and the benevolence of the human race. We are here to assist you. We are here under agreement with many of your own ascended masters to provide this work of service with you for your awakening and for your development. It is quite critical for humanity at this point to be more proactive in their spiritual awakening, for what is coming in the opposite direction is, you may refer to this as somewhat of a dumbing down of the human faculties, the higher faculties of humanity, whereas we are trying to do quite the opposite in reactivating them. And when we say reactivating, these have been somewhat dormant within humanity, but have been very active at other times of whether it is your incarnation in this world or your incarnation on other planets between your Earth lives, or even during your non-incarnating phases of existence. This is all of benefit to adjustments that have also been made to the DNA of humanity to reconnect certain aspects of your longevity of life, your vitality of your physical organs and life forces, and the overall harmonious flow within your physical body, which, as you are also very aware, corresponds to your emotional body and your mental body. So what we are providing is the means for very much more a holistic way of being in your world, whilst you are also enacting various leverages within yourself to fulfill your life purpose in a more accelerated way, and also doing it in such a way that you may, whether it be inadvertently or consciously, help and activate, or at least plant the seeds or set the activations in place for other fellow human beings to follow suit. As you go particularly through this transit that humanity is passing through right now, it is as if Earth, the physical Earth itself, is transiting through a place within your solar system, within a place within your galaxy, and your galaxy through a place within the universe, that there are certain frequencies and portals that each of those aspects are being influenced by, which are quite crucial for this awakening process and the evolutionary process on your planet. As the Earth transitions through this portal, many other preparations are therefore put into place for the gradual emergence of humanity into the intergalactic confederation. In other words, into more a universal sphere of being and connection. And as your earth can therefore vibrate and align energetically to higher states of existence, massive transformation of love and higher frequency and goodness is therefore able to embrace the earth. Not all beings of existence would like this, for there are beings of existence that prefer the earth to be in darkness, for there to be suffering and pain and fear and doubt and all of those other aspects on your planet which provides frequencies suitable for them. But those times are now coming to an end, and the free will of each of you is quite pivotal for you to access and activate for the benefit of all upon earth, as well as you yourselves interpersonally and on a soul spiritual level. We feel honored to be part of this mission upon the earth, and it is something that one day you will be able to reciprocate with other races, with other interplanetary beings, and to be of much high service to the world, or to the higher worlds, and to all spiritual and physical worlds. Our blessings to each and every one of you. Now just allowing your activated light bodies, just allow the frequency of these transmissions to shine and ripple through your energy fields, just as bubbles of light, sparkles of light. And some of you with these ripples of light may receive certain images, pictures, words, downloads. And from high frequency, they'll slowly work their way into the more denser aspects of your constitution, from your high spirit to your soul level, into your astral field, your etheric field, and then into your physical body. And then also allowing it to flow down into earth, so you may ground these frequencies into earth and allow particularly the mineral kingdom of your earth to become more activated or more reconnected energetically with the cosmic world. There is consciousness that has incarnated into your mineral and crystal kingdoms in a significant way. And just as there are times where you may feel entrapped in your physical body, there are times when the spirit of these kingdoms feels somewhat entrapped within theirs. And the gateway between the entrapment within the animal and mineral kingdom and the elemental kingdom is through the consciousness of human beings, which may bring them somewhat spiritual redemption, as they have incarnated very deeply into matter. And human beings, just as the angelic world is the interface for human beings to the cosmos, human beings are part of that interface for planetary beings back to the angelic field and back to their own place of source energy. So we are projecting down really an angelic field into the earth for them to also reconnect. Okay, so just allowing this interplay of high frequencies through ourselves and then into the earth sphere into the crystal kingdom in particular, into the mineral kingdom in particular, into the elemental kingdom of nature, spirits and beings. And allowing these kingdoms to know that we recognize them, that we are part of this vertical layers of divine frequency to help them in their own incarnation, excarnation process, involution and evolutionary process. So just becoming aware of our breathing. Imagine that you are breathing from your toes through your feet and drawing your being right down into the lower part of your being, just very slowly, very gradually, through this divine energy field that you have created, manifested. So you're drawing yourself back down from this temple of light into your room, to the light frequency of your room, toward where you are sitting, down into your feet, down into your arms, into your back space, back into your heart and your larynx, into your head center, to your legs. Now take your time, but when you're ready, just wriggle your arms and legs, bring yourself right back in.